Hi everyone, thanks for joining me on the Tom Did It channel. In this video I'm going to be showing you how I adjust the clutch, the lever and the clutch inside here in accordance with the manual. You may be wondering when it's time to adjust the clutch, and there's a few warning signs that I can run through with you when it's time to do this. You know, usually when you put the bike in gear, it could be hard to put in first gear. It could jump or stutter. The bike could be trying to creep forward with the clutch lever pulled. Also, when you're going down the road, you could be experiencing some clutch slip, whereas the revs might be climbing higher rather than in accordance with how fast you're going. So that's a typical sign that the clutch needs adjusting. Let's go over to the workbench, and I'll just show you what goes on inside the engine case when we do the adjustment. So to adjust my clutch, I'll be using these two tools. Inside the clutch assembly I have a nut and a bolt, and the bolt is an Allen key that requires a 4mm Allen key T-bar, and the nut that we'll be adjusting requires this specialist clutch adjustment tool that I bought online. I'll leave the link in the description. Now, the reason you need these two tools is because inside, for demonstration purposes, inside the engine, I have this nut and a bolt, and basically the clutch adjustment tool goes over the nut, and you can then loosen and tighten the nut. But then in the back you need to be able to get the Allen key, and you can also then hold the nut and adjust the bolt. This will become clearer when I move down to the engine. We'll take a quick look at what's inside the engine by looking at this manual. Now, as you can see here, this bolt is actually expressed here as this. Now the tool goes over the bolt like that, and instead of using a flat blade screwdriver, the new engines, they have an Allen key. Now when we loosen this nut, what we're doing is taking the tension off of this arm, and with the Allen key we'll be adjusting this arm up and down. So effectively, once we do the correct adjustment and the right amount of turns, this arm will be in the correct position, and then as we tighten the nut back up in the set position, this arm is designed to move up when the lever is pulled. One more thing I'd just like to mention is that if you can't find these clutch adjustment tools and you're absolutely stuck, I have tried this, and an 11mm long reach socket will fit the nut that's inside of the engine. Now you can put that through there and adjust it that way. This isn't the right way of doing things, which is why they make the tool. I can't stress that enough, but I'm only saying this if somebody out there is absolutely stuck and needs to adjust their clutch. This could be a method for you. I'm not suggesting anybody do this. You can do this at your own risk, but I know that this fits inside the engine and fits the nut. So the very first thing we do is we loosen the tension from this. You do that, loosen that nut. About 10mm of slack on the cable right there. Now your clutch lever is loose. So now we've loosened the lever and taken the tension off the cable, we need to undo this on the side of the engine, and there is the Allen key, and the nut will be adjusting. and making sure your tools are clean. I'm doing this with the engine oil in, by the way. You can see here the engine oil is still in the bike. Important to keep the tools clean. What I need to do now is the clutch tool is on the nut. Now I put the Allen key in. And holding the Allen key so it doesn't spin, I then need to loosen the nut like that. So I undo the nut about a turn and a half, and then I need to hold the clutch cable, push the clutch cable away that way. So I need to hold that in that position, keep that held, and then what you would find is as I adjust this Allen key in and out, I can feel the cable moving. That's moving this arm. As the Allen key goes in and out, that moves this in and out. I can feel it. So what I need to do is tighten this. Now I feel tension. So I'm feeling tension on the Allen key there. Now what I need to do is I'm just going to back the nut off, back the bolt off inside using the Allen key. I'm going to back it off between a half turn and 3/4 of a turn. So that I have tension. Now I'm just going to keep, that's half a turn plus a bit more. Now don't move the Allen key, keep that where it is. Now we're doing the nut up inside. We're doing it up. Holding the Allen key tight. Now there you go. Okay, now the clutch is adjusted. We do still have slack on this cable here. What we need to do now is loosen this until it meets the clutch cable. A bit more. Now I have a small amount of play on that clutch lever. That just tells me that there isn't any unnecessary tension on the clutch that could cause clutch slip. So that's it's not engaged until I do that. And finally now we've adjusted the top. As I pull the lever in and out, I'll demonstrate to you, continuing to pull it in and out, I'll demonstrate to you what's going on here inside the clutch. You can see the arm up the top is moving and the nut and the bolt is going in and out. That tells you the clutch is disconnecting and re-engaging. I hope this video is some assistance to you and it's earned a thumbs up. If you did enjoy it, please also consider subscribing to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section if there is anything you think could be improved or any tricks of the trade worth sharing. I'd be interested to know. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one.